Yo guys, what's up? It's WorkTube 101 here, Classic today with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at an absolutely insane feminist TikTok I found. And what makes this so much worse is that I actually found it on a news page. It's actually Brut Official, B-R-U-T Official, but it is technically a news page, and so it makes it so much worse that we have massive news companies sharing this video because it's so brave and it's making such a major impact on the world. And you have to ask yourself, what impact is this video making that news companies are actually going to be resharing it? It must be a very major impact on the world, right? Well, so let's just go ahead and take a look at the video so you can get an unbiased view from it before hearing anything else I have to say. And so you guys can just take a view at this video before I say anything else. Take a look.
Wow! Stop Putin's war! 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 Stop Putin's war!
Okay, so as you can see, it's about a 20-second long video of French women standing in front of the Eiffel Tower completely naked, some of them with their breasts painted, some of them with their breasts not painted at all. You could clearly see some of their nipples. But this is what the left, and this is what society as a whole deems as completely brave and empowering. Because women cannot have any sort of opinion and cannot be empowered at all if they're not showing their tits to society. This is what we believe as a Western society as a whole in 2022, that showing your tits equals empowerment and the right to an opinion. And so you very seldomly see women actually giving like any sort of an educated opinion. We saw the same thing during George Floyd's passing, where women would do like, they would draw a little black fist over their face and then do like a makeup video where they're doing like black face paint and stuff. And so there was that whole cringe episode. I'm sure all of you guys have seen that. There was literally hundreds of TikToks with millions and millions of views of women literally just painting their face with like hashtag BLM, or painting a black fist across their face, or posting a black square to their Instagram. And it's so centered around them. It's absolutely so pathetic because it has to be centered around them. They cannot understand the story any other way if the story is not centered around them. And it's so low IQ is absolutely insane, because you know that very little of the women in this protest actually did any sort of research whatsoever. Can they point to Ukraine on a map? Probably not. Do they have any idea of what the history of Ukraine is? When was Ukraine founded? What has Ukraine done for France? Because obviously this was taken in Paris. Who is... what has Ukraine's leadership been in the past? Obviously, now everyone knows who Zelensky is. Well, they don't actually know who Zelensky is. They don't know Zelensky's politics. They don't know if he's an alt-right Nazi. They don't know if he's a liberal pushing for gay rights. They don't know anything about Zelensky. They just see a big, strong hero because that's what the media tells them. That's what CNN and BBC News in England tells them, that Zelensky's some hero. And so that's what they automatically believe. You can call it brainwashing. You can say that that's their own opinion. I would probably call it brainwashing because it's literally, they just hear it over and over again on the news, and then they paint their face and they paint their tits, and they think that's doing something to stop the war. The news somehow is pushing this agenda that Vladimir Putin is going to see white women in France painting their tits in front of the Eiffel Tower and be drawn back by that somehow, or be somehow like shocked and awe, like, oh, bullying is bad. Did you guys know that bullying is bad, guys? These cringe campaigns that people actually think are doing something, this woke activism, bro. Dude, it's so retarded. I'm so sick of this stupid, activism of painting your face black for George Floyd, or painting your tits blue and yellow for Ukraine, and from the Eiffel Tower saying, stop the war, stop the war. Oh yeah, guys, now the war is going to be stopped now, so that's really great. But it's so stupid because it's so uneducated. It's uneducated first and foremost because it's completely arrogant. And it has to be centered around these women's tits. Their tits have to be out for this protest. So the entire center of the protest is just white women showing their tits in front of the Eiffel Tower. Second of all, they've done zero research to even be protesting about anything. They only care because the news has told them to care about this. CNN has told them directly to care about this. And everything that they hear on the news, they automatically care about and they're automatically protesting over because leftists love to, protest so much as their favorite pastime activity. But they've done no research whatsoever. They have no clue what Ukraine has given to France. They have no clue about Ukraine and Russia's history. They don't know that Russia and Ukraine have been in conflict for the past 6 or 8 years or whatever like that. They don't know anything about this conflict, but they just know Zelensky's a hero. Putin equals bad. Russia equals bad. I'm going to show you my tits now. Please look at them. And it's so retarded, bro. You cannot be more arrogant and self-centered, bro. Oh my god. Dude, like, and it really reminds me of the 2020 where women were painting their face. Like, I know I keep on going back to that, but that's really what it reminds me of. And it's just all this woke activism in the past 7 years has gotten so tiring, bro. And there has to be like a point where the average citizen is tired of these woke activists, these woke protests, constantly being out in the street, constantly wanting to be the center of attention, with their inferiority complex, somehow thinking that anything wrong in the world involves them. Anything wrong with white people in the world is really what involves the leftists, because we're not going to be talking about Black or Latina or Arab issues. We're not going to be talking about any wars happening in Africa right now, which there are several. Do you think a single one of those women in front of the Eiffel Tower knows of any singular conflict that has ever took place in Africa besides white men taking slaves from there? Do you think they have any knowledge of a singular war in Africa in the entire history of that continent? No, they don't. Do you think they know of a singular conflict in all of South America? No, they don't. So it's so absolutely absurd. They literally care. They don't have any knowledge of the world. They're not philosophers. They're not like scientists. They're not historians. They literally care because CNN told them to care and told them all of these so-called facts and planted all this stuff in their brain. And people are going to say, oh, they're so brave. They're really standing against the machine. It's really a nice protest. No, the entire machine agrees with you. All of the news media agrees with you. All of the banks agree with you. Every single restaurant agrees with you. McDonald's, Burger King, Papa John's, Pizza, all of these companies that were in Russia agree with you. They withdrew. So every single business that you could possibly name agrees with you. So every single CEO, every single bank owner, every single news broadcaster, every single person in the machine, in the system agrees with you. You're not fighting for a single thing that isn't vastly agreed on by society. So it's not really brave at all because the entire society agrees with you. You're not saying anything new at all. You're not giving any new insight, any new takes on this. There's nothing brave. You literally just want to put yourself at the center of attention and show your tits so you can get more attention off of a global conflict. Painting your tits blue and yellow in front of the Eiffel Tower is just sickening, dude. I'm so tired of this woke activism because they're not doing anything for good. They're doing all these protests throughout the past 6 years or so because they want to be the center of attention and they have their own inferiority complex, and protesting makes them feel powerful. That's the only reason they're doing this. They don't actually care about Ukraine. They've never cared about Ukraine before the news told them to care, but they'll take anything that CNN says and they'll start protesting because that makes them the center of attention, and that makes them feel powerful. And that makes them feel like they're doing something good when in reality they're not, because every single person agrees with them. The banks agree with them. The media agrees with them. All the businesses agree with them. They're not doing anything, but but they feel like they're doing good. They get vaccinated because they feel like they're doing good for society, and the vaccination makes them feel powerful. And so it's all about themselves being the center of attention. Alrighty, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe and comment down below what else you guys want me to react to in the future, or if you want me to keep on doing reaction videos or not. Make sure you go ahead and like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.